Welcome back. Chicago Fire Weekly, presented by the Private Bank, the official bank of your Chicago Fire. Fred Hubner, Paul Tenorio, Frank Lopez, and we're joined by Chicago Fire forward Nemanja Nikolic. And Nemanja, nice to be with you.
Thank you.
A couple games in, 3 games in, your adjustments. How are things going for you?
Yeah, new team, new club, new inspiration for me. I'm really happy to be here. I enjoy every day. I think we make really good preparation in Florida. We are prepared for this competition, and we start good. We achieved 4 points in our first 2 games. Against Atlanta, we play bad game, but it was a lot of things in that game. But we don't start good after red card. I think it was very difficult to come back in the game. But okay, I think now we will have 3 games home in Chicago, and we need to give our best. We need to give our maximum and to try to win these 3 games home. And after that, everything will be okay, I think.
Super.
Yeah, Nemanja, you had a new face in training today, but not that new of a face. You've seen him a lot, I'm sure, when you watch big games. Bastian Schweinsteiger joining the team. First of all, what's it like for you to be training alongside a player of that stature, of a name like Schweinsteiger? And second of all, what was training like? How did he look today in training?
Yeah, we are really happy that Bastian came and he will play for Chicago. He's real champion, big personality, big character. He started to speak with every player. He's like every German player, discipline and try to improve, to be better and better. He played for 2 biggest clubs in the world, for Bayern Munich and for Manchester. He was captain in Bayern. He was captain in national team. He won really everything in football, and I think he's also hungry to achieve more things with Chicago, and he's happy to be part of this project. I think not just the players, also the staff, the people who work for Chicago can learn from him too many things. If the players are open to learn, they can learn every day something new. For sure, I will try to learn from him because he's a player with who really achieve everything, and I'm really happy that I will play with him in same team, and I hope that we will achieve good things.
And Nemanja, in a short time, obviously it's only 3 games. You're a guy that's played in Hungary, that's played in Poland at the highest level. What are some of the adjustments? How do you see the league in terms of difference? Maybe quality of players, it's more physical, it's faster, more technical. What have you seen very early in 3 games with the league here?
What I saw that the league is improving year by year. A lot of good players came in MLS, and MLS want to be better and better every year, and it's really good to see this. The stadiums I try to be full. Now against Atlanta, we play against 60,000 people, so it was amazing. I think we need this. We play this game for the supporters, and we also trying to put our fans back in the tribune here in Chicago, because with them it will be easier to win the home games. The difference between the Polish league and the MLS, it's Polish league is also competitive league, hard for playing, with a lot of tackles, with a lot of runnings, also like in MLS. In MLS, the difference is for me just that the teams play more higher, the defenders are more high than in Poland, and for the strikers, for me, I have more spaces here, what is good for me. But also the players here play with a lot of tackles, the defenders with a lot of challenges. So I will like it here. I signed a long contract, and I want to spend here more years, because I want to be part of this project and to be part of this league.
Nico, as a striker, as a forward, there's nothing more important than scoring goals. How nice was it to get that first goal against RSL?
Fantastic, fantastic. I say too many times before that I really like to score goals, and for me, like a striker, it's very important. Of course, I will work really hard to achieve good results with my team, but also me, like a striker, the Chicago bring me here to score goals, and I need to do these kind of things. When you came in the new club, in the new league, it's very important when you will score your first goal, because if you don't score in the first few games, the pressure go higher and higher. The players start to be nervous, the club, the supporters, everybody. So I was very happy that in my first game here in Chicago, I scored in Toyota Park, and I hope that I will score many, many goals for Chicago.
Nemanja Nikolic from the Chicago Fire joining us. He'll be with us one more segment. We're talking more about not only on the pitch, but also he's on social media all the time. You can always find him on Twitter. We'll talk about that and much, much more. You're watching Chicago Fire Weekly, presented by the Private Bank. Welcome back, Chicago Fire Weekly, presented by the Private Bank, the official bank of your Chicago Fire. Nemanja Nikolic joining us here on the couch. And Nemanja, before we get to some of the X's and the O's and working with your teammates, when you first came here, when you first got here, how did you feel about the reception you got at the airport? I mean, the fans came out, Chicago Fire fans came out in droves to welcome you. That had to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. I was traveling a lot, 10.5 hours, and I don't expect that somebody will wait for me. I expect 1 or 2 guys, maybe the chauffeur who will bring me in the bus.
He was ready for a nap. He had to do
I was ready to the nap because I try to don't sleep in the plane to adapt faster to the time in Chicago. But when I arrived here in the airport, it was fantastic. It was fantastic situations, and when I saw a lot of people who believe in me and who wait for me, I was so happy. I forget that I'm tired, that I want to sleep. I spoke with them a lot, and I also saw that they are hungry to see something new for the team, and I want to give them more and more every day. I was really happy, and
you were ready for training, out from the airport straight to training with
Yeah, if somebody told me that we will play the game, I would be ready.
No, Nemanja, all the clips that I looked before you came, and I saw you playing in Legia, I mean, all the goals. For me, I saw 2 things. I saw a player that reads the game very well, and technically with both foot. Anywhere the ball comes is a great finisher in the box. And you had in Legia a great understanding. You know, how is that being developed in a short time here in Chicago?
Yeah, in the Legia, we have a really fantastic group. I have fantastic player behind me, and I play alone in the attack. And when you play for some team who fighting to be the champions, you know that you will have a lot of opportunities every game. You just need to be in the right place and to score the goals. I make these kind of things. I am not these kind of players who will dribble 3, 4, 5 players, who will score goals from 30, 40 meters, who will score goals from free kicks. I have one thing what I do really good, and this is to run deep behind the opponents, and I have good timings, I think. And in the Legia, I do these kind of things and score a lot of goals. Also in Chicago, I will try to make these kind of things. I need time to meet our teammates, and also they need times to meet me, my movements. But I think if we will work hard, we will be successful also here. I like to be in the box, to be close to the goal, because just like this, I can score a lot of goals.
Well, we talked before the show about coming in early from the first day of the preseason, gave you 2 months to be with the team before the season. Now you've had 3 games. Are you starting to feel like the understanding is better? I mean, first of all, I'd like to say also, it was very good of you to keep playing when everyone else stopped for offsides on that first goal, because I would have stopped.
I stopped talking with Dan Kelly, then we saw Nemanja go, and it was a difficult finish.
It was a good finish.
This guy
Ramondo's a good goalkeeper.
He was a very quick goalkeeper.
It's a very, very good goalkeeper.
But are you starting to get a sense that maybe, you know, Michael Deleu and Dax and Juninho and Nakam are starting to understand where you want to go with the ball, the runs you like, that in the next 4, 5, 6 games you're going to start to get some of that service that you had at Legia?
For me it was very important when I came here to start from the first day with the team. We finished the season in December 20 in Poland, and when I spoke with Pano, it was very important to have visa, and I wanted to have visa before that we travel to Florida. I want to be with the team from the first day and to meet my teammates, to meet the locker room, to meet the people who work for Chicago. And yes, I think that our preparation in Florida, it was really, really good. We work really hard and play some good games. But how I say here, day by day, game by game, we will be better and better. My movements, it will be the same. So what I make in Legia, what I make in Hungary, I will also make it here. Just the important is that teammates who play behind me, understanding these kind of movements, and for sure, what I feel in the beginning, it was difficult. Now it's more easier, and it will be better and better for sure, day by day and game by game. Dax, Juni, Akam, Arturo, I play with him in Hungary. They are fantastic players, and it's very easy to play football with somebody who understands this game. So we just need a little bit of time, nothing else, and after that, I think everything will be okay.
As we get ready to let you go, I heard you actually also, I think, went to a Bulls game and had a chance to talk with someone you know well, right?
Yeah, exactly. I go 2 times to look the Bulls game, and I hope that they have 9 games more, and I will have opportunities to go on few games, and I hope that they will achieve the playoffs. I meet Nikola here, and he's a fantastic guy, a fantastic player. I am really happy that against Detroit he have fantastic game, and how I say, I hope that they will achieve the playoffs, and I will have more opportunities and more games to watch them live.
Nico, best of luck on Saturday against Montreal and all season long. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Nemanja Nikolic joining us right here, Chicago Fire Weekly, presented by the Private Bank.